Remote. And so now we are ready for the first group of speakers. We're going to talk about repair. What is it in it for cities? And I would like to invite 3 speakers on stage to put 3 toolkits actions in the spotlight. So first of all, Line Blanke from the city of Leuven, Stephanie Helens from Static, and Sophie de Waal from Test Aankoop, Test Achat. Please welcome them on stage. And we will do a little bit of traffic with the microphones. 1, 2, 3. Lina, you're going to be the first one speaking, so the remote is for you.
Yes.
You can give it to me. Okay.
Okay, I can start?
You may start.
Perfect. Oh, this is not the slide. Okay, so hi everyone, welcome. I'm very happy that you're all here. As Stephanie and Lieve mentioned before, I'm from the city of Leuven, and we're lead partner in the Sharepair project, and we were also involved in the cities part of the project. So Lieve mentioned it before. What can cities do to support repair, promote repair, facilitate repair, and so on. And I had help from other partners as well. So yeah, short introduction. What is this city repair toolkit we're talking about, and how can we use it as a city, or can you use it as a city by putting 3 actions in the spotlights. Yeah, I think we can skip this part. So what is a city repair toolkit? Actually, we worked for 3 years with the other cities, which are Ottignies, Louvain-la-Neuve, the host of today, Roeselare and Apeldoorn from the Netherlands. And we developed a lot of digital tools, we gathered a lot of information, we did some campaigning, and we discovered that all of this material is very useful for other cities in Europe as well. So we thought, maybe gather it all, put it on a website so other cities can use it and hopefully scale up repair in their city, and yeah, also raise awareness about the importance of repair among their citizens. So if you go to the website, you will find this page, which are 10 concrete actions on how to guide your city or your citizens towards repair. I'm gonna give a quick example. If you go, for example, to introduce repair to younger generations, you can just find everything we made, which is a beautiful educational package for secondary and primary schools. Also some examples. But I think the e-waste race from the Apeldoorn is also on there. So you can find some examples, what cities are doing for younger generations, and you can find all the material to send it to your schools, and hopefully they will pick it up and work with the subjects. So about the 3 actions. We try to highlight all the aspects of repair in the city. And first I will talk about the physical aspect of repair, which is how you can facilitate repair in the city, support the local scene, but also scale up repair, because we need to repair more, of course, everyone knows that. Then the second part is more the digital side of repair. And Stephanie from Static, our software developer, will talk about it. And then a very important one as a city, how can we promote repair? How can we bring repair to citizens, make it visible, and communicate about it? And that's what Sophie will talk about. She's from Test Aankoop, Test Achat, which is the consumer organization in Belgium. So first, how to facilitate an urban repair center. Very quick, the word urban repair center is derived from the European agenda, which is there, it's called a urban resource center, but it's basically the same thing, focusing on repair. So in an urban resource center, we really want to find new circular ways to manage waste streams. Can be repair, can be recycling, can be reuse. Just keeping those waste streams in the city and finding something new for them. And of course, our project is called Sharepair, so we're focusing on urban repair center. And within the project, we worked together with the cities and did a lot of research about what can this URC or urban repair center mean in a city? Is there a business model for it? Who are the partners to be involved in this kind of center? And yeah, we gathered a lot of information, very useful information about some financial simulations, about income streams, about the cost of this URC, and so on. So on the website, you will find our business model canvas, but also you can create your own with your own stakeholders in the city, because that's a big learn lesson. Every city is different, so you need to find your own way, but we can help you and guide you with our tools. For example, in Leuven, we used the business model canvas that we created within the project, and we really specifically focused on our location, our partners, our stakeholders, and what can we do with it. And yeah, it's been a very, very interesting process, and we are currently working on 3 new business models for this URC and trying with those business models really to scale up repair. And this also can lead to new project, new initiatives. It can create work in the city. So yeah, it's a nice way to add more repair in the city or convince more people to repair. And if you have any questions about it, feel free to contact me. If you have your own URC in your city, definitely contact me so we can exchange some information, and it's always useful to have more examples in Europe. Yeah.
Oh, no. Yep. This one?
This one.
Okay. Hi, everyone.
Thank you, Lena.
Sorry.
I just make a short word about the fact that after Sophie will have spoken, after the 3 of you will have spoken, we'll take some time for a Q&A moment. So if you have questions, write them down, don't forget them, and we'll take them all together. You can, of course, type them through the chat box if you're following us remotely. Please, Stephanie.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Stephanie from Static. We're a web agency based in Leuven, and we had the chance to work on the digital tools of Sharepair in these past 3 years. We've developed a lot of stuff, and today I'm going to share one of the Toolkit actions with you, which is the idea of creating a city repair website. That sounds quite basic, a city repair website, and it is really compared to the other, or many of the other digital tools that we've developed throughout these years. But in order to make the concept really clear and make it clear why I share the city repair website story, I'm gonna take you a few steps back to some of those other more technical tools, because they explain the importance of the more basic one as well. So the main goal of Sharepair was how can we get people to repair more? Our idea was that the repair economy needed a scaling up through digital tools, for instance, because digital can allow organizations active in repair to make more exchanges with each other, to exchange insights, data, and that's what we wanted to do. So a first tool that we had in mind when we started the project was Repair Connects, or that's the name that we gave it, which is, you can all visit it later on and ask us more about it if you're interested, but it is an online matchmaking platform that actually connects citizens or consumers with a broken device to repair cafes and repair cafe volunteers in their local area. There is a lot of stuff behind it, and it's quite a technical platform, but the actual users don't notice it, the technicality of it. And the data sharing and insights from the data that we gather there are very important. Another tool on which we worked for a long time with several partners, and it was really a hard job, was the mapping tool, where different regional partners did a job to identify relevant actors in the repair field in their region. So we collected data on professional repair shops, repair cafes in the neighborhood, second-hand shops, spare parts shops, and they were all brought together into one big European repair map. That was the goal of the Repair Maps project. And then finally a third one, in the guidance tool, which is oriented towards consumers. The goal was to make the different or the diversity of repair solutions and repair options clear to a consumer who doesn't really know yet. So what you have to imagine there is a website where, as a consumer or citizen, you can identify your broken device. So you can say, I have a broken coffee machine, for instance. I can share a few words about what is broken in my coffee machine or what I think is wrong with it. And then I am directed towards both the professional shops that could help me with this, or the repair cafes in my area, or even for the ones that have a little more guts in terms of repairing, some manuals we've made that collect the most common faults in these typical product categories. So those are all very great tools that have been developed, but what we've seen as the main challenge throughout the entire project for any tool that was made is that the actual question or the main challenge always remains how to get people to actually use our tools. And it's a hard thing. We just have to admit it, and we don't have the perfect answer either. But one story to share that I want to share about to answer this question is when we developed the Repair Connect tool with Maakbaar Leuven, the local repair cafe in Leuven, in the full first lockdown period. It was a very basic platform that just allowed the repairers from Maakbaar Leuven to continue their work without any physical activities. It was a good story during the COVID period. Anyone was interested in hearing good stories. And it got picked up by the city. The city was sharing the tool. It even came on local television. And then suddenly Maakbaar Leuven noticed that they saw a lot of new repairers, coming up. Is this me? Oops. That was a time indication.
There's something to be repaired, I think.
There was suddenly a lot of new people candidating as a repairer, but also bringing in their stuff, not physically then, but this actually continued after the COVID period as well. The point that I want to make is when something is communicated, the ball kept on going and the network kept growing outside of the typical repair cafe reach or the typical repair cafe network. That's a good thing, but on the other hand, it also showed that before all of this communication and before this story, the network of the repair cafe was still quite tiny, and it was a typical repair cafe network. The general public doesn't know the different options that you have in terms of repair. They don't realize or they don't know the impact that they can make with doing one repair at a repair cafe. But the good news is everyone is very open to give it a try once they hear this story. I now have a colleague at Static She already registered a mixer, a coffee machine, a blender, and every time she hopes that Albert from Casselot will help her once more with with her devices. So why am I asking this? Am I sharing this story? The question was how to get people to repair more, and how to get people to use the tools that we are making. So the power of communication is one part of the answer. We need to raise awareness. That's my second part of the answer. But then let me add three other points. What we also saw is that ownership of the tools that are shared is also very important. The message has to come from somewhere and from someone, preferably. Then another aspect is local stories work. People can relate better to stories and people that they know and that they can encounter in the street, rather than hearing an abstract repair story from Sharepair, which is some name that we've invented but that nobody knows actually. And finally, an important point, and that's my call I want to make to all cities present here and online. Cities are actually the connectors of all actors in the repair field. They have access to the professional repair shops. They have interactions with the local organizations, and they can connect everyone. That's the main point. So all of that is why, together with Apeldoorn, Leuven, Louvain-la-Neuve, and Roeselare, we've made this basic content website, a shared framework, but it was with a good reason, and that's the City Repair website. So it's one local campaign where we want to present a one-stop shop for all things repair happening in the local environment. Highlighting also a common goal. The city states one big goal that they want to reach in the repair field, and anyone active in the city can help reach that goal. En de Leuven Fixed, heel Apeldoorn repareert, Roeselare repareert, and Repair Studio are all in a sort of a campaign mindset, allowing anyone else to join. It's not on the city websites, it's a separate entity, and it's a very open concept that can be taken up by every player in the field. I have 2 more minutes just to show you a few stuff, but I will be very brief. What is in there? You can visit the websites and you'll see it for yourselves. But what does it mean to have all things repair happening locally? An events calendar where any organization or a business can publish events happening around repair in the city. Of course, our repair map that we made, but then with a local view, and professionals can edit their data. They can see that they're on the local map, and we hope to create some traction like this. But then, especially for the city platform, something new is we also want to give repair a face in the city and give repair actors a stage. So Sophie will tell more about the repair heroes later on, but the repair heroes are present on the city repair websites as well, and they can all share their stories. People can even nominate someone as a repair hero to join the message, let's say. About this common goal, that's maybe the final thing I want to say. Leuven, for instance, they've stated a very high number of tons of waste that they want to avoid. I think it's 27 tons that they want to avoid together with everyone in the city. We're not quite there yet, but that's the message that opens, with which the platform opens. Together, if everyone helps, one repair at a time, we can reach that goal. On the city platforms, we try to visualize that goal in numbers. And there's ways for visitors to register repairs that they did themselves, repairs that they had done at professional shops, and all repairs that are done at repair cafes are counted as well. And in the end, right now we just launched actually some basic visualization of that goal and where we are at in Leuven. I think it's the Leuven example there. And we make the numbers concrete, so they have avoided 4,000 kilos of electrical waste already. And the campaign mindset, I already told it. If your campaign is named Leuven Fixed, anyone can join it. Lieve made an important comment that every city is different in its ways of working. For instance, in Leuven Fixed is very much led by the communities of Maakbaar Leuven and Maakbaar and Maakbaar. They're taking the initiative and feeding the content, whereas in other cities, like for the repair studio in Louvain-la-Neuve, the focus of the stories is different. The city is more involved, I think, in Roeselare as well. So every city can find its way in the entire thing. If you want to know more, just ask in the break or after, and I'll skip this. It's on the website.
Thank you very much, Stephanie. And now over to Sophie.
Okay, thank you. Stephanie gave already a perfect introduction about my topic. It's about communication, and communication here is key to get people know more about repair and to get traffic to all the platforms that we have created for this repair topic. So, and I will tell you a bit more about 4 things that have been developed in the frame of this project for the communication. Next to the city platforms, there also has been a general platform that has been developed on a national level. There has been a Repair Heroes campaign that has been developed. There also is an example of the nice Repair Everywhere campaign. And I will tell you about some flyers that have been developed also to get traffic to the sites. But so we know the first important thing is that we need platforms where we gather all the information about repair. We have this for the pilot cities in the project here, and but we also have developed it as a consumer organization on a national level, and it gathers a bit the same information with the tutorials, how to repair, but also this repair map that has been developed by Static. But then with the information on a national level, there are videos on how to repair. So there's all kinds of information also gathered on this site, and this is a more national site that's available in Dutch and French. It's called www.repairguide.be. And the information, as we know, communication is very important, but you have the different channels. We have the online channels, but there are still people that like to have things on paper. So for them, we also have a repair guide, and I show it here. It's a guide on paper. It's like 130 pages with all kinds of tips and tricks about repair that's available also for the people in the cities that would like to participate. And I would invite everybody here to come to our stand to get and pick up one of the guides for you. We also made it possible to download it via PDF. So it's also on this repairguide.be, you can download it. So we try to have all the different channels and make it accessible for everybody. The second thing is we need to raise awareness about repairing, and for that we have worked together with all the partners here, communicating to citizens and to consumers to set up an awareness-raising social media campaign with the agency Big Trees. It has been developed, and it's under the umbrella of Repair Heroes. And okay, no, I will first talk Repair Heroes. It's a very positive message that we want to bring, and it's to tell people, so everybody who is getting a device repaired, everybody who is repairing a device himself, or also everybody who is a repairer, they also are repair heroes. And it's also the logo that comes back on the city platforms, where people are telling stories about repair heroes, and where you also as a city can nominate repair heroes. So it's the general umbrella of the campaign that we have set up. It was a social media campaign that started from a problem post telling that it's quite important that we start diminishing and start repairing more, because there is this lot of waste, and this was customized for the cities and for also repair networks and on a national level. But then we also had a post telling them there is a solution, and there are solutions, so come to the platforms that have been created. It can be the city platforms or the national platform, but have a look there. There are possibilities, and we want to talk you about those possibilities. Also, telling to the people that 1 out of 4 devices still can be repaired. And this is a figure that we got via Vito. So a lot of the things that are thrown away still can be repaired, so do it. And for that, there also has been some video material. There were some 3 videos that could be used on social media, but I'm not going to show them here to gain some time, but I propose we show them upstairs. During the break, you can come and have a look at the videos that have been made for this purpose. So next to that, it's important to create this visibility also in the cities. So for the cities, there also was some specific material that has been developed, and there were the window stickers that have been developed to highlight the spots in the city where people can, the repair spots. And there was another one, and I know you don't find it now, but we have created a small device sticker. So repairers can put it on the device that has been repaired. There is a QR code on it, and via this code you go to the city platform where you can register what Stephanie just showed, the broken device that was repaired. Here you see some examples of how this logo can be integrated. So it has been put on beach flags, it has been put on the city platform, but it can be used in social media campaigns. It can be used on t-shirts or whatever, but it's the general umbrella that we use. Another thing I would like to say, so an important date in the repair calendar is the International Repair Day. And for this purpose, this year, Repair and Share and Repair Together developed this Repair Everywhere campaign also that highlights the joy of repairing. And they also have made a very nice toolkit with all kinds of ideas, of topics, of events that can be organized at the city level. There also is a canvas there available to create own posts. And it's available on the sharepair.org site, so all information is there. I would like the cities to invite them to have a look, because there are a lot of creative ideas that have been mentioned there. And then this is the last one, again, to create the traffic to these sites, platforms that have been developed, the city platform or the National Repair Hub. So we have been flyering here for this event in Ottigny-Louvain-la-Neuve with flyers telling them there was a repair café mobile, and also getting them to the city platform on the one hand, and getting them to the possibility to download this PDF of the repair guide on the other hand, and guiding, trying to get traffic to the sites. And we are also working now on a new flyer for all cities in Dutch and French with the different repair options, do it yourself, or go to a repair café, or go to an independent repairer on a city level. And this is also something we would like still to do as Testasha, to help the cities to get this traffic to the sites and to get people to know all the sites that have been developed. That was it.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Sophie. So you stay with me on stage, and now is the moment. If you have questions in the audience or remotely, maybe we received questions through the chat box of YouTube. I don't know if some questions arrived already. Nothing yet. So how about you? Or were they so? Oh, there's one hand raised in the back for a first question, and another one is getting ready on the front here.
Morning, I'm Stan Janssens from Circular Flanders. Thank you very much for the insightful information. I have a question with respect, for the first speaker, with respect to the Urban Repair Center, the URC. So there's an important citizen engagement aspect in it. How do you see the role of local retailers and their role in this URC? Which role do they play, if any?
Yeah, so what we are trying to figure out in Leuven, for example, the other cities can, of course, you can ask them also, is trying to work together with local retailers to provide repair for their customers. We see that local retailers that are doing repair, it's very expensive, and actually I think they're stop doing it. Some of them are quitting their repair service and so on. So I think there's a nice collaboration with a URC that maybe works with a bigger group of repairers, a local repair group, can help them to repair more and kind of, work a collaboration between a URC and a local retailer, really providing a service for their customer, which is now very expensive for the customer, but also for the retailer. We did some questionnaires like in the city with local retailers, and that was the biggest problem for them concerning their repair service. So yeah, hopefully. It's one of the business models we're going to try out in Leuven in the next year.
Does it answer your question? Yes? Thank you. I had seen one hand raised in the front here. Oh, there's another one in the back. You'll have to wait a little bit more.
Yeah, just a follow-up question on the business models. Have you found anything that already supports itself, or do they still require tax funding from the cities, or do you have something that will start supporting itself eventually after a few years?
Yeah, hopefully. In Leuven, we will focus on 3 different business models, but I think Alex will also talk about business models later, but I will just say what we're trying to do in Leuven. So the first one is working together with local retailers, as I just mentioned. The second one is actually to offer repair as a service to bigger companies, and they can maybe have like a reduction for their employees. So it's really like a benefit for the employees. And in Leuven, there's a lot of interest from big companies. We have a big hospital, for example. We have the city. And we do receive a lot of benefits, like, I don't know, a bio vegetable package every week. This also can be one of the benefits that you have, like once a month, there's a repair coming. You can bring your device and it gets repaired for free. So this is one that people are very interested in. And the last one is more working together with academics and seeing data as a revenue for them. There's also a lot of interest in it. And also, yeah, Leuven is a university city, so we're lucky and we have a lot of academics. But that's also a business model that we're trying to figure out. But to be honest, we're still in the stage, like we know the business models we want to go for, but we do still need to test them, and hopefully we can scale them up, not only with repair for electronics, but also maybe repair for textiles, bikes, furniture. So yeah, really what the goal is of a URC is that it's more than one-way stream, and hopefully also more than just repair. Yeah, but this project gave us a chance to experiment and to do research about those business models. So it was very helpful for us as a city.
Thank you. So there's a question here in the front.
I still have another question regarding working together with the retailers. If I understood it correct, it's too expensive for them because of the labor costs. So they're trying to connect with the Repair Café because they have volunteers. But do they pay a price? And if yes, what kind of price?
Yeah, actually what we're trying to do in Leuven is not only work with volunteers in the URC, but also try to connect with social economy, because the labor cost is less for us in Flanders or in Belgium. You get subsidized if you work with social economy, and we see there's a great match between circular economy and social economy. We have some projects with reuse that we're working together with social economy, and yeah, the labor cost, it's so much lower, but the work is amazing, and it's the same. And so this could be an option for local retailers, and then I think they can ask the same price to their customers, or maybe even less, because it doesn't have to get sent back to the producers or to whoever is going to repair it. And then I think they need to work together on how this will affect both businesses and who will receive the money, but this really like testing phase. But I think it's a good option to consider working together with social organizations. Yeah.
Thank you. We have time for one last question, and there was one hand raised from the beginning, so I think it's time. I'm sorry for the other questions. Maybe at the end of the morning, if we still have time, we can take all the remaining questions together.
Yeah, thank you. I wanted to ask about the communication campaigns. You mentioned that they're all available. Does that mean that, for example, the Repair Heroes or other Repair Everywhere, will this be toolkits that can be reused in the future by other cities?
Yes, and the information is available on the site sharepair.org, where Lena has put everything together, and there are call to actions with the links to where you can download the toolkits or all the information.
Yeah, you can also adjust them to your own city. If you need help, you can always get in touch with us. But there's a very user-friendly manual. If you want to create your own awareness posts, your own social media campaign, you can even put a picture inside the Repair Hero stickers if you want to put someone in the spotlight. Or yeah, so you can adjust it to any other city.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Sophie, Stephanie, and Lena. And it's time to move to the next topic. So thank you for your presentations today.